is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
For your Monday, this is a really big week. I mean, there's so much going on the show, let alone throwing a singles ball into the mix.
That's wild. Thursday night.
People are getting involved.
What do I bring? My heart?
I don't think. Well, you're not single. You just have to bring those, that deep, lovely voice of yours and a sense of love. Throw a suit on. You'll be on the microphone. You and Fitzy and I will be hosting.
Okay.
And we're going to have people there finding love. But I think in order to get people to know each other, we need some icebreakers.
Yeah, right. What about the one where you swap underpants with your partner? Is that one still?
No.
Is that a popular one that they still do these days?
No, I don't think we do that.
Cancelled.
No. But I did fall down a little rabbit hole over the weekend Googling party games. Get how to get to know somebody.
What else was in this rabbit hole?
At a party. I don't know. You're going to hear it all on the podcast.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Kate struggles to put on headphones.
Oh, well, I'm thrown.
Are you okay? The bit of sad news that have just come through on the topic of meat pies.
Mark from a fellow Campbell Townian.
Yep.
He's called and he has said that Willis's Bakery is closed down. Now, for anyone that has been to Campbelltown or has lived in the area, would have visited Willis's Bakery many times over the years.
Famous for?
Well, everything.
Okay.
You could get half a dozen bread rolls
Would you
or
really?
a good vanilla slice.
Sure.
It was there near Mawson Park, down near the courthouse.
Yeah. I used to get my hair done around the corner.
Well, you did you? Because
Yeah.
I did a work experience at the hair salon there with Tony,
With
Big Tony.
Yeah, Big T.
Did you really? Were
I
you an
did.
apprentice hairdresser?
Well, I swept up some hair and washed some heads.
Okay.
Good effort.
Yeah,
Kate.
well, I
Good
didn't
effort.
think there was much of a career
I need a
in
haircut.
acting.
Could you do mine?
Are you serious? We've been
yes.
trying to get you to have a haircut since
No, but
September.
only if you cut it.
I would cut your
Gotta
hair.
wash. Let's move on to Nicki Minaj.
I'd be quite good. Oh, I don't know if you saw this news over the weekend. I think it was Friday. She was
what
flying
happened?
into the UK and arrested. Flying into. She was in Amsterdam. She was
Right.
arrested in Amsterdam, but she was going to perform in the UK for allegedly carrying drugs, soft drugs they were calling it, marijuana. She repeatedly insisted that she did have no contraband. She's 41. She spent a few hours in the lockup in jail, and she's now released a statement, which is, I mean, so Nicki Minaj. It starts like this: "Thank you to everyone who prayed for me today. May God cover you and all that is connected to you. May you be blessed beyond your imagination." Come on, Nicki, we want to get to the drug stuff.
Well, I did. I got down on my knees yesterday and on the bed, put my hands together and said, "Please, Lord, please look after Nicki." It was only a couple of purple buds. She's in Amsterdam. You know what? Everyone does it in Amsterdam.
I thought it was legal in Amsterdam. I'm trying to work out what she's done wrong. Did she not have enough on her?
Well, it's not legal enough that you could just carry it with you everywhere you go to the plane, mate.
And then I read that she was saying, "Oh, okay, well there was some, but it wasn't mine. It was the security guards." So the poor security guard. Do you think there's a meeting with the security guards where someone has to put their hand up
If something goes wrong, you're
to
copying
take the fall?
Have you ever been to a cafe in Amsterdam?
I've never been to Amsterdam.
Yes.
Haven't you?
No, I'd love to.
It's a beautiful place, but it's like it spun me out because all I wanted was a feed.
Yeah.
And I've opened up a menu and I'm going, what does this mean?
You certainly got
all
hungry very quickly, didn't you?
This pie tastes different to the one from Glenora.
I'll have one of everything, please, and keep it coming.
Keep it coming. I'll be here for 8 hours.
Anyway, she did miss a show, and then she rescheduled. So, actually, oh no, I'm not.
Go, say it.
No,
Say it.
Anyway, she's
Say
still
it.
performing her Manchester show. It's a story about a cafe, and I'm not going to tell it.
Oh,
But-
Did you go to one of them?
Yeah, you've got to have a coffee somewhere. And I was in there, and then I was in there with my boyfriend from high school, Big Bad Shano.
Shana.
And,
do you have a herbal tea?
And then these people came up to me, and of all the places, they're like, are you Sally of Home and Away? Can we have a photo?
You couldn't open your eyes.
Oh, yes, I could. I was just there for the sightseeing.
Yeah.
Look at some great photos.
I would
and you can get apple strudels in a vending machine over there
I would
as well.
love to see that photo.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Roses are red, violets are blue, and for the singles ball, I choose you.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Thursday night, we are going to be at the Gilly Rooftop at Taronga Zoo, guys. And confirmed for the gents coming along, we have some more suit packages from MJ Bale
How lovely.
to get involved in tomorrow on the show.
You got $1,000 to spend. Do you know what all we need for success?
Yeah.
All we need is one relationship out of this.
Yeah.
Just the one.
Well, we'd like more, but
Yeah.
Kate, even if it's just one, you know
Okay,
what?
well, I think, like a long-term relationship with a marriage
Yep.
and a baby. Like,
Yep.
I mean, you have had that success before on
Yes,
this
we
show,
have.
but I don't. I think let's not put too much pressure on ourselves. Let's just start with trying to have people
Kiss.
Trying to have people get to know each other. That's what I was thinking about over the weekend. We're going to need like a few icebreakers, and like like a party game.
Yeah, sure.
And we can't do like Dunkin' Apples or things
Pong?
like that.
Beer
What about
pong?
swap clothes?
No, we can't. This is the thing.
No.
Some of these games, I was having a look at some over the weekend. Some of the games that we used to play, I don't know if we can play anymore.
No,
I've
you
got a
can't.
few suggestions for you. I don't know what you think about these.
What about a camouflage suit on the bay run? That's a fun game.
Jump out and scare somebody, see if you're arrested. There's one called a kiss-off, okay? And so what you do is that each female in the partnership, we've paired
Yep.
everybody up. They apply quite a lot of lipstick, heavy
Yeah,
lipstick.
have to lick it.
And so all you have to do is in a short period of time, kiss your partner as many times as possible, and however many lip prints you get on, you know, they win.
That's
That's
fun,
not
isn't
bad.
it?
Do you think?
That's,
Do you think it's a bit forward
it's a bit
in like the first game?
Yeah, well, they've got to be comfortable doing
It's
it.
a
I
lot
mean,
of-
obviously, you need to ask a few questions
Well,
and
what
sign
about-
a few things.
Because if you're not happy about it and all of a sudden there's a set of lips coming at your face and it's really not what you ordered.
Well, what about a story or something where
Ends in a
maybe
kiss.
it's called, like, whose story is this? You write down, it has to be a true story. This is something that I've done, 25 words or less, you put it in a hat.
Boring.
Everybody, we pull out the stories.
There's a lot of work
And-
going on here.
Boring.
Well, then you've got to guess
What about-
who that story applies to in the room.
What about turn the lights off, shut your eyes, start kissing, and let your hands wander?
No, that's illegal. Murder in the dark. You can't do that.
What about
You
this
can't-
one?
What else you got, Kay?
Well, Tommy wrote this one down for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you
if
don't
it's
have
one
to
of Tom's
give me
games.
credit for
Let
it.
me guess.
what
Hands
it's-
And we
touch.
might even have a go.
bunker.
Do you want to have a go at
Basement.
wiggle your balls?
Huh?
Wiggle your balls
What's this,
is, or wiggle your ball, really.
Right.
Yeah, it's ball.
I don't
We're
know
not
why.
going to get more marketing bucks doing that, Tom. That's for sure.
We don't need
How
an
does
S
it
on the
work?
end. Okay, couples stand back to back.
Yeah.
They have a ball, and here we go.
Okay, Tom's got a
Swiss
ball.
ball?
Tom's just got the one. Have a ball in between them. And what we need to do in the old days, you do it front on, so you put
Yeah.
the ball between you, chest to
makes
chest.
sense, yeah.
We're going to do it back to back, and what you've got to do is move the ball, say, from like your hind
yeah.
area up to between your neck. It gets you a bit in touch. It gets you having a bit of fun.
Interesting, Tom's chosen a tickle me Elmo ball.
Do you want to have a go with me?
yeah, let's do it.
No, you don't need
So-
to touch me.
So they're going back to
No
back.
touching.
Back to back.
This is a disaster already.
We'll film this as well.
There'll be so many. There'll be a lawsuit over this.
So the ball is
That's
starting.
funny. So the
Go
ball's
there.
on
At
your
the bottom.
on your
And I'm
bums.
doing
Yeah.
this. I'm going, oh, hi.
Okay,
what's your
now
name?
go up,
I'm
lower back. No, Whip, you can't. That looks like you're actually. You're
I'm
bending.
Steve. How are you going?
It's quite nice.
So the aim is to get the ball from your bottom up to the back of your neck. Oh no, it's gone the wrong way.
Oh, yeah,
It's
but
gone
now
under
you've got
Wippa's
your
bottom.
butt in the back of Kate's
I'm
neck.
Gary, and I like playing poker. I've
We need
so
another game.
Dropped the ball there, guys.
Sorry you had to get so close to the gates of hell there, Kate.
This is the thing.
If it's the front,
Don't
you're able
stop
to.
touching
We're not doing the
me.
front, Whip.
Stop
Not doing the
touching
front.
me.
No, we're not
the whole
doing the
point
front.
is getting
We
close,
can't.
but without touching. Okay, one more quick. Stay up straight.
the cops have rocked up to Gilly Rooftop here at Taronga, guys.
That's not a good game. I don't think that's going to work.
Will you
That's
come up
out.
with some?
Well,
What homework were you doing over the weekend for the singles ball?
I told you the game should be the one where you get an orange, like if this was the orange, and then you have to pass the orange without using your hand. You have to get it with your neck. So you try and get
Stop
it.
touching me.
Try and get it with your neck. See?
Oh, you did it.
That's
You
not
got the
bad.
ball, Kate.
Yeah, that's not bad. What about I would love a perfect match style gaming
That's
show,
interesting.
dating show,
Yeah.
Tom. You know
Sounds
where.
like a lot of planning, though.
Well, maybe a lovely young lady she might not be into the partner that we've matched her with, but then she could sit up on stage, ask a few questions to three guys, maybe behind a curtain, or
Maybe we're
get the
overthinking
answers.
it. Maybe I think, what song did we decide on for the slow dance?
Lover, Taylor Swift.
Taylor, I think maybe during that there'll be a moment where if the couples are enjoying each other's company, then maybe that would be the appropriate time to move forward with some suggestion of a kiss.
Can we? I actually just want to.
Lover.
Let's stop saying kiss. We don't. No one has to kiss.
No, you don't.
you don't.
No,
Uh,
come on.
uh,
Just
no
meeting
one-
people.
No one. We're meeting people
Boring.
in real life. Like for reals, we're meeting people. We're not doing it online. We're in a room. Let's give people a bit of credit to be able to hold a conversation. Or am I asking too much from the
No,
people of
mate.
Sydney?
You're,
Too much.
you're spot on, Kate. And also, actually, speaking of that song Lover,
Yeah.
this time tomorrow on the show, Kate's first dance, the men of Sydney will be auditioning to be your first dance partner for the night, Kate.
That's amazing.
I thought Sam
That's
Neill
not.
had...
That's not on the sheet.
Oh,
The
Tom,
nut
that's...
bush. What are we doing? The nut bush? Or are we doing the?
No, don't say that. Tom, that is so exciting.
Who
And
do you mean can audition?
anyone. Anyone listening, yeah?
Yeah, the singles.
How do they
Well,
audition?
I
In
tell you
here?
what,
You're not
Ryan-
bringing people in here, are you?
Well,
Do I
Ryan,
get to choose? Sorry, Fitz.
Ryan from
Panic.
Carring Bar could be one. Ryan, you have applied on the Nova Player app or novafm.com.au. And Ryan, you are coming. And also Abby from Gordon. We're adding those two more singles to our invite list, guys.
Imagine winning the slow dance with Kate Ritchie.
I will make your life hell.
What, the person you're dancing with
Yeah.
or me? Okay.
So it all starts out with a dance and then I ruin your life.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Hey, let's talk about this. The tiny town of Holbrook. This is fascinating. Has become the first place in the Southern Hemisphere to cryogenically freeze a human.
Is this true?
Yes, this is true.
I'm not doubting you.
Can
It's
you-
just anything with, what is it?
Cryogenically frozen.
I'm like, this sounds a bit Superman-y.
you know-
Is this a real thing?
It's called a facility. It's a facility called Southern Cryonics. And a Sydney man has become the first person to be made into a human ice block
Where is it? Sorry again.
in Holbrook.
Do you know what? It'd be great. It'd be a great little landmark for Holbrook if you could actually have them on display.
What, in the
So-
front window?
Yeah,
There he is.
you're driving through Holbrook. Hey, Mum, do you mind if we go and have a look at some bloke who's been frozen, who's going to be thawed out in 200 years?
Yeah, but I know it'd be cold. It'd be cold in Holbrook, but it'd get hot there too. Like, what if in the afternoon sun? It'd cost a lot of money to keep
Well,
that
that's-
man frozen
you make it-
in the main street.
You make a very valid point because the guy is frozen at minus 196 degrees Celsius, and Kate Ritchie, to do this, it costs $170,000. For comparison, you can buy a plot of land in town for $139.
Is that per year?
No, well, you're right. I don't know if they're ongoing costs or it's $170 up front for a 10-year, or I'm not sure on that, but I would have thought there'd be an annual fee.
Or do you know what you do with 170,000? You plant 1 million trees.
Right,
So
that's
you've
beautiful.
got a plot that's dedicated to
Yep.
the person that's passed away. Hey, they're all their pine trees. That's their pine trees.
Yeah, but the
right
whole
there.
idea is, as you suggested, Fitz, that maybe down the track you'll be able to repair the damage that's been done and bring that person back to life. One doctor's come out and said that you can successfully bring back frozen molecules to life, but there is so much work in that. So to actually do that to an entire human body would be a miracle.
Do you know, after 200 years after you've been thawed out, and I just think of Han Solo in Star Wars, when he comes out of the... When he was frozen, and
Yeah.
when he came out, and there's that moment where you're just looking around, getting your bearings, going, well, okay, who's that bloke? who's that woman? Why is she staring at me? And then you've realised, hey, sorry to tell you this, but it's 2,224.
Yeah.
What? Where's my wife?
Where's my
Yeah,
house?
She died 200 years ago.
Where's my house?
I don't even think about it like that, not knowing anyone. I just think of it on like a cooking level, right?
Soup
No,
club.
no, listen.
Soup will still be around, Kate. Soup will still be around.
Things are never as good out of the freezer, right? They're not. Like my daughter and I, we made meatballs last week. She got
Very
really involved.
similar.
I was excited. You put ricotta in them, it makes them really soft. But we couldn't possibly eat all of the mince
right.
that night. So
What
we
did
made
you
up
do?
the meatballs and we put them in the freezer. So then the second week of meatballs, when you defrost them, they're
It's not
just
the same.
kind of wet.
Yeah, but is it fair to say,
Aren't they?
Kate,
Like,
that
does
left...
that what's going to happen? Like, is it you, but just a
wet version.
wet version of you?
But
like,
some leftovers are better a few days later. So you saying instead of 100 years, maybe just de-thaw them a couple of days later and they might be a bit better.
4 days later. I don't like things out of the freezer. I'm going to say it. I'm just saying
Do you know what's
that.
interesting, Kate? Because a lot of people get funny about the price of avocados and then how quickly they can turn from ripe to past their use by. And so people are recommending that you actually scoop them if you haven't used them before they go past, and then you freeze the avocado. And you can bring that back and
I
use
would
it.
never do that.
You can.
Are you suggesting we
So when you
scoop
order-
ourselves into an ice
Okay,
tray?
Richie, quite often when you order a smashed avo out for breakfast,
I never do.
well, if you were to do it or someone was to do it, then you're getting frozen avocado. Not many people know that.
That's awesome.
Revealed. Secrets revealed.
I don't think you,
know
should
what?
order avocado out.
I like avocado.
Controversial.
There it is.
Okay.
Hey, more of that tomorrow, guys.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let me sing that song.
All right, we've got a nice warm-up round for you guys. The word that is on everybody's lips when they look at me. The first word is sexy.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Done.
I'm the
Rod Stewart.
Come on, baby, let me know.
Rock and Rod is rocking. Does it
say sexy?
I don't
if
think
you
so.
want my body
Physical.
and you think I'm sexy.
sexy?
Sexy girl was it Akon?
Oh, Tom, you love a bit of Akon.
The old wedding waltz for Tom.
Oh, Kate, I didn't write it.
How did no one come up with LMFAO?
What is that?
Yeah.
I'm sexy and I know it.
I find him, and I hope he's not listening, I find that guy the most irritating man in the whole wide world.
He was at the Australian Open. He was back,
He
Red
was.
Foo.
I think it's
He
his
lo-
hair, maybe.
What's wrong with him? He's a lovely guy.
Is he? I'll have to take your word for it. I'm sure he's a lovely guy, and I bet he doesn't like me very much.
I thought I was the most irritating person in the whole world.
Oh, you're just a given.
Thank you.
You don't even get ranked.
Here we go, guys. The word is under.
Under the bridge.
Bang.
From the Little Mermaid classic, Under the Sea.
Under the sea. Okay,
I can
Richie.
feel my
Earth move under my feet. Is where you were going.
earth move
Where she was going,
under
Ryan.
my feet.
I didn't hold a hand there. I did not lead the witness. She got it, Kate Ritchie. Well done. Could have gone under pressure.
Ollie's giving me one as well.
What a song.
Umbrella?
What a song.
Underbrella.
Under my umbrella. She says it in the song.
I don't know. I'm just trying to mouth.
Down under, guys.
Sorry, Ollie.
Okay, Kate Ritchie.
Stay out of it,
eyes
Ollie.
front.
All right, you're just confusing me.
Okay, you're going to need to be quick on this. Everybody's through to the next round. Congratulations. The word is money.
Money.
Yes.
Abba.
Money's too tight to mention. Bang.
Who's that?
That's Simply Red.
Is that? Tell me, what do you got? Money.
Oh, gosh.
I don't want your money, honey.
Oh,
Go on. Have you got one, Tom?
no.
I don't want your money, honey. I want your love. Yes, you're through,
Yes,
Tom.
Wendy James, Transvision Van.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Just a favourite. It's my wedding waltz, actually, Fitz.
No money, no problem. Is that right, Jess?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go. We're all through to the next round. The word is mama.
Mamma Mia.
What on?
Hey,
Mama,
Also.
Well, isn't the Outcast, Mama?
Hey,
I've
Mama.
got Hey Mama by the Black Eyed Peas.
Hey, Mama. Is that
There's
the Will I Am? No, Fitz. Go on.
Yeah, Mama by the Outcast.
No,
Is that
Will I
Andre
Am you're thinking of.
Yeah, Will I Am. That's
Yeah,
it.
I got it from my mama.
Yep,
Oh,
that's it.
yes, I got it from my mama.
From my mama.
Yeah.
I'm going.
This is a very messy round.
Not really. I'm surprised nobody went Bohemian Rhapsody.
Which was Tom's wedding waltz.
Can we play Bohemian Rhapsody today, Tom?
No.
Probably not with.
Can we not?
It's a long song.
It's
Very long.
overrated.
We're commercial radio,
I'll let them
mate.
know.
Everything
And I
under-
hate the bit where everyone goes.
That looks good on the live stream today too, Kate. You're doing that in
Don't you
person.
find that annoying? Everyone gets revved up for
Well,
the
I
bit.
suppose.
Oh, da, 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 da. Nobody loves me. Oh, shut up.
Okay, so hates Red Food, hates Queen, hates Bohemian Rhapsody. How much fun on Mondays? Here we go. The word is floor.
Everybody hit the floor.
Everybody on the floor. Everybody on the floor.
I think that was my song.
Oh, I just did what you did.
Okay. Fitzy's got one, I suppose.
4 to the Floor by Star Sailor.
Tom,
You are a star sailor. Kate Ritchie, you're gone.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Sophie Ellis Bextor.
Met her on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Did you say that? Well, excuse me. Okay. The word is. Do you hate her as well, or
No, I quite like her, but I did cheat just then. I didn't say it, but I
Okay.
slid through.
I wouldn't know. The word is hotel.
Hotel California.
Sheryl Crow.
How's it go?
They put up a part.
It's not Sheryl Crow.
Shania Twain.
What's the song name?
She's got a song with a hotel in it.
Tom, could you Google whether Shania Twain has a hotel reference?
Absolutely, yeah.
Sheryl Crow.
What do you want, Sheryl Crow or Shania Twain?
Oh,
It's
morning.
Concede. Both of you concede.
Did you
It's
have
game
Bud is a
over.
bird.
Sheryl Crow, I don't think has a song with hotel in
would.
it.
Tom, did you have one or not?
She sings about she's mad for a hotel.
I love to
She's
check
more
in.
of a motel woman, I reckon. More motel.
A hotel,
motel,
Holiday Inn.
You're about 5 minutes too late.
Yeah, I'm gone.
You
Everyone's gone.
Ryan James.
Well done, Fitzy.
That was bad.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I had a meat pie yesterday.
Did you?
And-
What type was it? Where were you?
It was a
Explain.
chunky steak.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, it's Beck's Bakery. It's
Oh, yeah.
really, really nice. And sometimes it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure sometimes just to have a pie. Or the other one I love to have is a cheese and veggie pasty.
Interesting.
Oh, have you had one of those cheese and veggies?
Well, I love a pasty. I don't know about the cheese part to it, but I'm more interested in your beef pie and how tender the actual beef was. 'Cause I
Amazing.
think that's crucial to the pie.
The word chunky up on the menu board just sucks you in, doesn't it?
Sure.
Okay, let's go back through time. I remember in primary school writing out your lunch order, and it would be 80 cents for a meat pie
Yeah, on a paper bag.
on a paper bag,
Yep.
and then you could smell it coming down the hallway.
Yeah.
Oh, just that. And how sad you were that you didn't have a lunch order that day, but everyone else did. You're like, we could only
Yeah,
get it
yeah.
on. Mum and Dad only gave us lunch orders every second Friday. Every second Friday at school, but geez, when you knew it was coming,
It was
the
big.
best.
But what about when you'd go out on a Sunday and you had your mum and dad or dad hadn't planned lunch and you go, you know what, mate? Why don't we just get a pie and a Big M?
It's just the
And
best.
now I realise he was just hungover. All those Sundays when I thought it was father and son bonding.
Yep. Then the pie went up, and it does. That's inflation, cost of living. It all goes up. We understand that. Then you're in the dollars, $2. What are we paying now? You're about $5-6 for a pie, right?
Probably.
You're around a really nice pie. You probably, you get your gourmet pies.
Tommy bought me a pie at the footy the other day, didn't you, Tommy? How much was that, mate?
About $13.
Was it really?
Well, see, Tommy, this is what I need to talk about because someone's put up a pie in Sydney for $12, and the sausage rolls are $11. That's a disgrace. People are trying to work out where it is. It's up on Reddit.
Where is it? Upper crust?
No, it's not a bakery. There's no way a bakery would sell a pie for $12.
You know what? What's the name, Tommy? That very popular, famous bakery. There's one in Double Bay now, Baker Blue or Black Blue.
Oh, yeah, Baker Blue, yes. Yep.
That'd do a pie for $12, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but see, that might be... You'll get your lamb and rosemary or all that. Every now and then you get a gourmet pie with something in it that you pay a little bit more. But just your normal beef meat pie, $12. They've worked it out. It's at the Sydney Opera House. Now, there's probably a couple of things here. If you're going to the Opera House and ordering yourself a pie, I don't know if you're really in for the experience.
It's a bit of a contradiction, isn't it? I mean, I just assumed it was caviar at the Opera House. I didn't know they did chunky beef.
What's the best gig you've ever seen at the Opera House? Well, it wasn't really a gig, actually. It was a meat pie that I had. It was amazing.
Oh, you had a pie. Where were you, the footy? No, the Opera House.
But $12, you're taking the PISS there. That's just ridiculous. You can't justify that with a drink as well. You're probably looking at $20 for a quick little feed.
Do you know what some people can't get their head around? And I'm not afraid of it at all. Is a fish pie. As we sit here, we look at the boathouse that used to be there. It's not there anymore, I don't think, across Blackwattle Bay there. But they did a snapper pie with a side of mash. Yeah, but my God, I could make that disappear.
That's not a pie that you put into a bag and you take away. That was like a sit-down lunch. That's ridiculous.
Don't snap at me about my choice of pie.
Tell me a bakery that just does a normal fish pie. Tell me.
Upper crust.
No
one does. But can I second this? I believe if I had my choice out of beef and chicken, I'm a chicken guy.
Oh,
Thank God I'm a chicken guy.
Go and get your head ready, mate. Hey, Brendan in Mount Annan, how much did you spend on pies yesterday, Brendan?
Oh, almost $30, mate. I dropped my daughter off her work, and next door was a bakery in Campbelltown. Mate, I bought 4 pies, and geez, I'm like $30. Damn.
Yeah.
Out of control.
Out of control.
What
even
pies?
The tradies brekkie, mate. You can't even get that for under $10 anymore. You know, your pie and iced coffee.
Tell us about it, Brendo.
$10 these days.
What are they at petty stations? Tradies, 13, 24, 10. What do you get? What's the cheapest pie going around? $12 at the Opera House, but I suppose petty stations have deals in that for tradies in the morning, don't they?
Yeah, they do. There's the travel pie, the traveller. I went and bought
4 litres of Monster.
I went and bought a pack, like a party pack, a box of sausage rolls the other day. Yeah. 4 and 20 for $12 frozen. Whack them in the oven, and they are heaven. They're a baked heaven as it slides into your mouth.
That's you on Origin night.
That's me on Origin night, mate. I'm an animal when it comes to sausage rolls. Like, where's Brendan gone? I wanted to ask him if he preferred chicken over the beef.
I think he lost interest. Yeah.
Michelle the Minx is giving us a call, but we don't have time.
Can I tell you, Kate Ritchie's arrived and she's just standing outside the studio shaking her head about pie chat.
Even she's saying wind it up.
She's looking at the clock. Hang on a minute, she's coming in. She's not happy.
You guys talking about pie.
Sydney.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about the 3 Ps. That's the key message I've got for you this morning. Pee, poo and paper. That is all that should be going down the toilet. We need to talk about this, guys. Community service announcement. We have got so many blockages and chokes and fatbergs in our system.
Oh,
the fatberg.
Oh, yeah,
the fatberg.
Oh, my gosh.
That is disgusting. So Sydney water crews have attended more than 3,699 jobs in the past year to unblock, remove and keep the whole system flowing.
Well, they are heroes in my book. Imagine that.
Fatberg removalists. You are a hero.
Plumbers in general.
Australian of the Year goes to Fatberg removalist Tony.
There's nothing worse when you clog up a toilet, is there? Or you know when you flush a toilet and you go,
hang on.
that is not going to go down.
What are you What is coming out of your body?
There's no way that's pumping through.
It's just too bad it's at your local cafe, and then you just go,
and the toilet's off the kitchen. It's like the door opens straight onto the sink. It's like, I should have done it in there. It would have been quicker.
Blame it on the next guy. Do you know when someone walks out of the toilet and goes, "It wasn't me, it was a person beforehand"?
Yeah.
Who says that?
Oh, I was at a party long ago and a girl walked out and said that, and I thought, well, then why have I been standing here for half an hour?
Well, my dad tells that one story. There was a girl at high school that he absolutely loved Kate, and it was a house party, and he said this was the night, and he was so nervous that he had to go to the toilet.
Oh, no.
And he was in there, and he said it was just an absolute mess, and he opened the door, and the girl that he was trying to impress was waiting to go in next.
She just got whacked in the face by a bit of Mick Fitzgerald's stank.
And he and Mum have been together ever since.
Tom, don't force me to move on because you think this is toilet humour.
Well,
You
it
shove
actually is
you
toilet
shove it-
humour. Yeah.
And he told you didn't have long.
The main items also found down the toilet: toys, vapes, face masks, tea towels, golf balls.
Why?
If you've had a bad 18.
Well, that's
a hole in one.
you're off the course if you're hitting it down a toilet.
Worth suburbs: Penrith, St Ives, Castle Hill and Rose Bay.
Really?
Well done, guys.
Interesting.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
The stories of people who have passed away doing something that they loved. And we've spoken about this before, and you talk about the magnificent Steve Irwin. Matthew McConaughey spoke about this on his show as well, that his father passed away.
Oh, in the throes.
Making love to his mother, Kate.
Oh, wow.
Had a heart attack. Last week, my best mate, Matty Simple, his beautiful father, Steve, passed away. Steve was a very, very funny man, and I remember as a kid when we'd stay over at Semps's place, he would make us laugh all the time. But, Kate, he had a few heart problems, he had a few operations, and Steve, he wasn't the healthiest man, but he passed away. He had a heart attack out the front of his house, and the ambulance came around and they said they found him on the ground. They said, look, his heart had basically blown up and he would have passed away before he even hit the ground.
Right.
But in his hand, still clenched in his hand, was his lighter and his Peter Stuyvesant that he loved so much over the years. Going outside, and that was his little routine of going outside, having a cigarette and just thinking about the day and what was going on in his mind and his thoughts.
Small moment of escapism. And there he was on the floor.
How many years do you think he'd been having those Peter Stuyvesants?
I think-
And how many a week?
We're talking 40, 50 years here.
Yeah.
It's,
Would have been
you
more
know,
dangerous for him to stop, when people get to that stage of smoking.
Oh,
where the
I
body
don't
would go
know
into
if they say that.
They do. The body would go into shock. If
Every cigarette is doing you harm.
do you know, if you think about it, Elvis Presley, and we know that he enjoyed a meal, to die, on the toilet.
Did he really die on the toilet eating a hamburger?
It was ham sandwich or burger. I mean, if I was to find myself dead at a buffet, I think everyone would sort of gather around and go, well, I mean... Oh, thank you, Jess. I was wondering what that noise was.
Yep.
That's Elvis before he had the hamburger. I think I'd be happy. I'd be happy to die at a buffet.
If you're not worried about how you're going to be discovered, great way to go, isn't it?
On the throne.
But really, do you want one of your kids or one of a family member to just find you on the dunny?
Especially when someone walks past and the door's sort of partially open and they go, oh, smells like something's died in there. Yeah, it's Dad.
What would you be doing? Watching the football or something? Watching the Crows have a win?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe
you're not dying for a while?
Maybe a horsey or a suey off the jetty and you just go too far. Maybe I find a jetty that's just too high. Don't do it, Fitzy, don't do it. You know what? He went out doing something that he loved.
Yeah, Fitzy would go.
That's him just floating on the water there. Yeah, we knew he was going to do it one day. That's a 30-metre jetty, you idiot. It's too high.
Imagine finding Kate Ritchie sort of over the stove with her head in a bucket of soup. And we'd go, you know what?
You know what? I was just sitting here thinking, what did I do over the weekend that I could have died happily? I would have. You know what'll happen to me?
You'll fall on a knitting needle.
I'll die under a mountain of tea towels.
Yes.
Will fall. I bought 3 new ones on the weekend.
You?
Yeah, amazing.
A collection of tea towels.
Yeah, and I'm tossing up a concrete swan. I know.
Really?
Yeah, but then I saw a cast iron one and I don't know what to do.
Oh, big weekend.
What about,
Another big one.
you could fill up a spa bath full of just pea and ham soup. Going out that way would be cool.
Oh, my gosh. We could all just eat from the bath.
Vanessa's given us a call from Ryde, though. Tell us about your old man, Ness.
So he was an electrician, like a sparky, and he loved his job. He loved working with live wires, and he had a habit of biting them. And then this happened in 97, so he was working. At the side, he decided not to turn the power off. He bit into it, his sweat fell, he got electrocuted. We didn't find out till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but it happened in the morning. And the freakiest part of everything was he was a great believer of St. Anthony, and it happened on Tuesday.
Yeah.
He would never let us have sleepovers, ever. But he let us go to our cousins that weekend and have a sleepover. And to top it all off, he actually even came the Monday night and stayed with us.
So
Had
it's like he
never done
knew
it.
what was going to happen.
Yes, he did.
That's
I don't know why he bit into a live wire. Was he a possum? I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, that would have
That
been
is
number one
radical.
Number one thing you do, what I thought you'd know, Fitzy, with Mick being a sparky, is you turn the mains off.
Oh, my gosh. Lucy and Alexandria, what happened to your grandpa?
He died in his favourite chair, watching the cricket with a beer in his hand.
Wow.
That my grandma did not know for some time.
Wow.
I mean,
Lucy.
How old,
that-
Luce?
Oh, he was 80s, but he was very fit, so it was very unexpected.
Was it a heart attack, Luce?
Yeah, it was.
Just
Wow.
with a
Yeah,
beer in
so
his
we all-
hand. Yeah. Do you know if anyone made a ton that day, Luz? Who got what the bowling figures, or did we win at least?
Oh, to be honest, I don't know, and I don't care too much.
You know,
about
Lucy,
it.
it's also interesting too. It would have been hard to work out whether he was just asleep, or whether he'd passed away.
Well, that's what Lucy's saying. Nan didn't realise for a while. But it's kind of, if you're going to go, you'd be hoping for something like that.
Great
wouldn't
story,
you?
Luce. Thanks for sharing.
Natalie in Mossman, tell us about your uncle.
Hi.
Hi, Nat.
Well, my uncle lived to sleep, so he died peacefully in his sleep in a nursing home, but he'd literally wake up, have breakfast, go back to sleep, wake up, have morning tea, go back to sleep. Like, he had about 5 naps a day.
Yeah. And then one
And then
day
he
he didn't
just-
wake up from his nap.
No, like, oh, natural causes, and everyone was like, oh, well, at least he died doing what he loved, having a nap.
Fits in Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.